Welcome back to the channel. What are we doing today? Organizing, bagging manure, and we got to pull the corn planter out and start going through that. So, but these calf hutches that blew around that look like a mess, for one from here and for two from the road, I'm gonna move those and then we'll get hooked to the corn planter, pull it out with the skid steer and see what we need to start going through, because we're getting close to that time where we're gonna put seed in the ground. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Longer forks. This one right here, as you see through the bars, well, the bars on it right there are junk. So that one's junk, that one's good, that one's an older one. I'm not too worried about it. We got a pile of them because we used to raise too many animals when we were growing. Now we limit how many we actually keep a month so that we don't have too many animals and that we don't burn through our feed and raise animals that do not benefit us as far as economics. So part of the size, we hit our limit as far as how many cows we'll probably ever milk here, due to land, due to facility, due to a lot of things. So yeah, happy at 110 to 120, 115 icing on the cake. So that is why those calves right there, our goal is 5 a month. That's what we keep, and they're pretty freaking content. So let me see if I can get this hutch without hitting anything, breaking anything, running into the rake. This one's good, so I don't want to bend this one too much. A while to find a pin, since this has sat here for quite a while. I'm hoping some hoses. If you guys had watched last year, I had, what did I have come apart? Hydraulic or fertilizer hoses. So I'm thinking I need to change those. But everything else should be somewhat decent. I'm hoping this is my last year with this planter. But I don't know. Really need to do something different. There's no precision on this planter. A lot of flying blind. Hell, it doesn't even have any seed sensors. So it's worked, but it's definitely ready bag large quantities for a few people throughout the year. Like the flower gardens and flower clubs and stuff like that sell it. I'm not exactly sure. This didn't unlock itself. I'm not exactly sure who we're bagging for today, but if you remember, I welded a new jack on the yellow trailer a while back, and it's turned into one of the manure bag trailers. As you see, it's laying on the ground because somebody had dragged it or did something, and it's not really meant for that, so it snapped that new jack right off. So it's bent, which is annoying. So we're gonna have to weld another new jack, but we've bagged, I don't know, we've bagged a lot of bags of manure lately. Things have been good on that side of it. It's early spring, so we get a lot of traffic flow, but that trailer's full, that trailer's full. There's one up front, that trailer, the pickup over there. We're gonna fill my trailer to go over there as well. Most of these trailers stay right around here. We sell bags of compost right at the farm. So it's aged for a year. It's odorless. What else should I know about it? A bag's about 60 pounds, depending on weather and how wet it is when we bag it. Well, I'll give you guys a general of what goes on here. So we used to bag by hand, and that took quite a while, That was no fun. So way back, somebody set up, and we still have it, the original Weaver feed cart that we were using to feed cows. So they built a base. We updated, this is our second one. We still have the other one, we have to switch it over. We built a second one out of hydraulics. So that hydraulic motor, that should be even a little bit further away. We put longer lines on it last year when we had spare. Runs this, and the other one has a gas motor sitting here, so it's louder. But this is just a feed cart that you use to feed cows in a tie stall barn, and we converted it over. Maybe this is the second year with it. I don't think it's the third. We do have to update. We got to get rid of this belt, because the belt tends to slip when you have a lot of weight in there. And then it's just hydraulically driven. You got a foot pedal there, put the bag, you bag. There's a lot of waste right there for some reason right now. Francisco's been bagging. I've been moving bags for him, so pretty much we bag in the spring. We bag manure almost every day. We do try to get set up so that we have a lot going into the weekends, since we've come close to running out, or we got to bag more. But I'll give you, when we start bagging, I'll show you how we actually bag. But pretty simple. We had 2 Weaver line feed carts kicking around, and we just built them into baggers. We really should set the other one up on hydraulics so we can switch them back and forth. The other one has a top around it that we fabricated because we ran it for a lot longer. This one we kind of got out the door and we said, okay, we'll bring it back to the drawing board, and it's worked. So, alrighty, I guess I'll wait on them. We'll get bagging. I'll show you the action of that, how majestic it is. But yeah, compost, we're in an area, if you're watching this and you're local, you know we're in an area that there is a lot of gardens and things like that. I got a lot of friends that are in farm country, and they're amazed at how much compost we move, because they're like, out by us everybody has compost. So I know a lot of big operations that have been trying to move compost into the cities and stuff like that are a distance away. We have, I gotta look up the real number. I bet we have 2 million people within 30 minutes of us. Probably more. Yeah. Boston's what? 800,000 in the city? Never mind the outskirts. Lowell's what? 5? Maybe more? So, a lot of population. Last year was huge because a lot of people were home due to COVID. That manure sales increased even more. We don't advertise, we used to, but then we were running out, so we'll probably get back into that. But my goal long term is make this more efficient, since it works, but it's not the best way we can do it. So I'd like it more automated. There's some limitations to that. But this is the actual compost, so that's odorless. It's been screened. There might be tiny little pebbles in it from when we pick things up, but it goes through a 1/2-inch screen. Anything smaller than a 1/2-inch screen, it's hard to screen compost. We've looked into our own screeners. The screener was here last week, so bag a lot of it. And we do sell the bags, so if you're a distance away from us, you might see the same bags. And people probably get it from us because we buy a lot of the bags and then distribute it to other farmers that we know that bag some compost. But we definitely bag the most actual compost, and our compost is not like we have people come that say, oh yeah, I bought somebody else's and it had all sorts of sticks and leaves and twigs. Our compost is 100% animal waste in one shape or form, which the two, when I say that, is either it's compost from the cows, it's bedding from the cows, that bedding that we have. The sand really doesn't stay with it, it separates out, but the sawdust, we also use horse manure because there's not enough bedding in cow manure to help it break down. Horse manure, there's way too much horse bedding and pretty much no manure, because that people just, yeah, the amount, how the animals work. So if that makes any sense. So we do pick up horse manure, not a lot of it, just due to people found cheaper ways of getting rid of it, I think, like leaving it in your backyard for the next landowner to have, and then we get called in and pick it up. So that's what we do with compost. We windrow it. I think there's a previous video when we got the coon manure spreader, the new one, last year about it, so go back, watch that. If you got more questions, drop them in the comments below. But I don't know, everybody went to lunch. I moved the planter. I guess they'll be here in a minute. Haven't really filmed much because it's the same repetitive thing over and over again, but we are loaded. This one, well, we're finishing up. Pickup's loaded, the yellow trailer's loaded. We're gonna fill this and then throw some bags on top. We're gonna ratchet strap around the outside bags. We're not going that far. I forget how many bags we'll have on here. I'll tell you at the end, but this is the process. So we load it in. I did put bungee cord on here today, which pulls a little more tension. So it's not full right now, but when he pushes on the pedal, it sends hydraulic fluid up here, runs that motor. Yeah, this is all OSHA safe, I know. This was a work in progress. This is homemade. So runs that, which spins the shaft here that goes through, and also drives down that beater. Now the belt slips some when it's got a full load, because this turns around with the belt running, which then moves this, and that's actually the floor moving forward. So on a mixer wagon, or on a feed cart, usually you could adjust how much you want that to move forward or backwards. We just want it to run, so, but it moves at a slow pace in between. So yeah, so that's pretty much how it's done. So long term, I would like to set this up more automated. Currently, I don't profit off this other than I couldn't invest in this and make any money back, is what I mean to say. So long term, I would like this to be automated where one person can bag a lot of bags at once. Sorry, I'm trying to load this and film and talk to you guys all at the same time and not dump it all over. So like I said, with the other bagger that we got that has a gas motor on it, that has a hopper that goes around the top. We never switched it over because we just got busy. So one of those things. And it works, but you can get a little bit of debris on you not paying attention, dumping it in. So, and like I said, this is all aged compost. We screen it. This stuff just came from out back. It was just screened. So we screened it, what, last week? I think so. We got more to screen. Through my father's pickup because mine's still not, well, I haven't even called them yet. So I can't say it's not done. I'm just too busy, to be honest, to go get my motor and then sit there and look at it. So that's on it. It does not like that trailer being fully loaded. We could barely get the jack stands up all the way. And that sits higher than my pickup, which I don't understand. Since we had so much fun doing 450 bags, we figured we would fill up all the trailers that we sell here too. It is supposed to rain for the next few days. So we'll be in a good boat, but we can run through a few of our trailers in a day. I think 3, probably 4 is our most we've ever had to cycle through. Someday we'll get good at this stuff. We used to have one, way back, we used to just have pallets in front, and we would move them out there in a bucket and set them on the pallet. 2 pallets. We've come a long way since then. I just missed that. Loaded. Quick 500 bags. Filled that other one. It's a good day. I'm gonna have to put some air in those tires. After bagging all those bags, probably not gonna work on this tonight. I do gotta get it figured out tomorrow since I gotta get parts. Because yeah, as you see, we're missing some of that. So that got me through planning. And you can see that one's cracked, and that one's cracked. So it's a matter of time. These lines all need to get changed. This line's good. Should probably put a pressure gauge back on that. I just need this planner to get me through this year. I'm hoping. Because yeah, there's no precision. It's not a very good planner. It does an okay job for what it is. There's always issues at least once a year with it, which you're gonna have that no matter what. But 4-row takes a while and it doesn't get the job done as well as it should. So, but since I'm interested, I take it you guys are probably interested. Let's go see if that guy cleaned up the field. Well, at least they picked up some stuff. I'm not sure why. What the hell makes that mini skid? I don't know. Well, I guess they left this stuff. I take it they're actually going to come get this because they were, oh, we need those. Well, and there was a lot of comments about this. So I guess if it's still sitting here in a few days, because it's got to get out of here. I got a load of fertilizer coming Friday. Saturday we're gonna spread, which hopefully my seals come for that, for the plow. And then I got to get all the fertilizer worked in the ground pretty quick to utilize it. So yeah, we'll run over here, and I got the mow boards to do 4 fields, and then chisel plows have 1, 2, 3, 4 more fields. So yeah, I like how this field looks right now. Like I'm pretty content with the border of it and everything else. Got my pile of trash already started, pick that up. These did actually work out pretty well. It's hardened up quite a bit, so I'm pretty happy with my entranceway, at least. I'm a little disappointed that that line hangs that low, but we shouldn't be going that low. We just got to make sure we watch out for that. You okay? You okay? We're gonna go home. We got tons of video to edit to keep these coming out to you guys. Really appreciate the growth, the support. So, and I'm excited to go farming and bring you guys along. So today hasn't been that wild, but got some done. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate it. Appreciate the liking and subscribing and commenting. And I'm excited to get into some more action. So have a good one.